How to create a Discord server complete setup guide. Now, a few years ago, most people thought that Discord was mainly for the gamers yelling into microphones at 2 a.m. while someone's smoke detector slowly lost its will to live in the background. Now, completely different story going on. In 2026, Discord servers are used for communities, businesses, YouTube audiences, online courses, study groups, friend circles, fan communities, crypto projects, tech communities, music groups, and entire brands. It's basically gone ahead and evolved into a hybrid between a group chat, a forum, a live communication hub, and a community management platform. And honestly, once you do understand how servers work, you realize why so many creators and businesses are going to rely on them. But beginners usually make the same mistake. They create a server, then immediately create 47 confusing channels nobody actually understands. So in this complete beginner's guide, I'm going to show you exactly how to create and properly set up a Discord server in 2026 step by step. Now that's going to include channels, that's going to include roles, permissions, bots, server organization, security community settings, and how to make your server actually feel professional instead of looking like digital spaghetti. So let's get into it. Now, before building anything, you need to understand the structure. A server in Discord is basically a digital community space. Inside that space, you're going to create text channels, voice channels, roles, permissions, and categories. Think of it like a whole virtual building. Now, the server is the building, channels are the rooms, and roles are going to decide who can enter which rooms. Once that clicks mentally, Discord is going to become much easier to understand. Now, servers can be private, public, community focused, or business oriented, and structure changes depending on the purpose. So, firstly, you're going to go ahead and open up your Discord. Now, that could be on desktop or mobile and log into your account. Okay, so as you can see, I have Discord here and I'm logged into my account. Now, on the left hand side on the sidebar, you're going to see this plus icon. It says add a server, right? So you're going to click it. Once you do that, Discord may ask create your server, start from a template, or create your own. So let's say I'm going to go with create my own. So it says, tell us more about your server. Okay. You can choose if it's for friends or community or club. Okay. So let's say I'm going to go with club. So you're going to go ahead and give it a name as well. So let's call this Tech Paradise. Okay. Once we've done that, you can also go ahead and upload an image for it. Whatever image you want to go ahead with, you can add it right over here. Okay. So let's say I'm going to go ahead with this image right here. And once it's in, we're going to hit create. Now, once you do that, basically what's going to happen is your server is going to start. Your server name is pretty important. This matters more than the people think because your server name becomes part of your branding and identity. So avoid any random chaotic names unless chaos is your actual brand strategy. Then you're going to upload a server icon like the one I've uploaded right here. And just like that, your server is created. And now the real work actually begins. Now, when beginners create servers, they often make too many channels immediately. Don't do that. Inside Discord, channels should exist for clear reasons. You will usually have text channels and voice channels. Text channels are going to be for messaging. Okay, so you can go ahead and write in messages, talk and chat to users just like that. And then voice channels are for live audio conversations. So if I just click on general, I'm going to jump into a channel call. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to organize them into specific categories. For example, welcome community announcements, voice chats, support, content sharing. This structures keeps your server clean and easy to navigate because honestly, people leave servers quickly if they feel confusing. Now, the welcome section is going to be extremely important because this is the first thing that people are going to see. So, inside your welcome category, which is going to be the text channel, I'm going to create a channel. And obviously, it is a text channel. We're going to call this welcome. I'm going to create the channel right here. And once we've created the channel, here you can go ahead and add in your channel rules, which is especially important for public communities. Inside Discord, moderation becomes easier when expectations are clearly written. Now, once your welcome area is done, it should feel clean and intentional, not overwhelming. A good server guides people naturally. A bad server throws people into digital traffic immediately. Now we reach the section that scares beginners the most, which is roles and permissions. Okay. But honestly, trust me, it is simpler than it looks. Roles are just labels that define authority and access. So, for example, you have admin, moderator, member, VIP, subscriber, or even creator. Inside Discord, roles control who can message, who can moderate, who can access channels, and who can manage the server. So, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the top section over here and you're going to go into server settings. Now, once you go into your server settings, obviously, if you're going to be the leader of the server, right here, you're going to go over to roles down here. Once you're here, you're going to click on create role. Now, in the create role section, you can go ahead and first of all, give it a role name. So let's say I'm going to call this role the leader. Let's give it a color. Let's give it a red. Okay, that looks cool. And once that is done, what you're going to do is you're going to, give them the roles of something. So what permissions do they have? So let's say view channels, manage channels. This is a leader, right? So you're going to give them every permission that is needed. So once that is done, click on save changes. And now we have a new role where, the person is going to be called leader and it has the red color on it. Save changes. So we now have the permissions. We now have that. Then you can move on to create further roles. Like, let's say we're going to call this newbie. We're going to give them the yellow. And again, go with the permissions as you go on. And now you have your roles created. Now, how do you apply roles? That obviously depends on what you're going to want to do. So you're going to right click on the person that you want to apply the roles to. And just like that, as you can see, that person is going to get the leader roles. Now, from here, you're going to create your hierarchy carefully. Admins should have full control, moderators should manage chats, and members should have standard access. Do not randomly hand out admin permissions. That is how servers accidentally become reality TV episodes. Now, permissions work together with roles as well. Every channel can have custom visibility and interaction settings. So, for example, you may want announcement channels that you can create from here, or private channels only moderators can see, and all of that can be done over here by selecting private channel. Inside Discord, you can edit a channel as well and give it its permissions. So right click, and what you can do is you can simply click on edit channel, and as you can see, it has its very own permissions as well. You can choose advanced permissions as well. It depends on you on what you want to go with. You can also go ahead and add bots to your servers through the Discord marketplace. Now, Discord became extremely popular among creators because it allows direct audience interaction. If you run YouTube channels, courses, gaming communities, or fan groups, Discord works incredibly well for building loyal audiences. Now, growth is separate skill entirely. People join servers for value, community, entertainment, or belonging. And at first, creating a Discord server feels technical, channels, permissions, bots, roles, but eventually you realize something important. A server really is about community design. It's about creating a space going ahead where people communicate, share, learn, collaborate, and return. So that is how you're going to create a server on Discord the right way. So thank you for watching this video till the end. Do make sure to drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will be seeing all of you people in the very next video. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.